What's going on, everybody? SPC Red Irish here, bringing you a new episode of ARK Survival Evolved. Alright guys, so we are still on the center map. We are building, as you can see behind us, we've been building like crazy, expanding the base, kind of building it more like a little town. Let me show you around a little bit here. We've got the aviary, we've put all of our birds in here, glass for the walls, just so that you can see through it. It looks nicer. It's not very secure, but even though we've switched over to PvP, it hasn't really been that bad. So glass walls just for a look. New barn here. Practicing on building some different house styles here and here as well. Also have another little barn here for more smaller animals. Dodos, scorpions, dillos, and stuff like that. So like I said, we've been busy. And we are going to move on towards making our fort a little bit more defended. Now, in the last video you saw the up-armored crop plots, and we have those all along the front of the base here. Let me go over here and I'll show you what we've done. Let me get up on top around here. And let's come, actually, I'm going to come out here. Shoo. Here we go. Alright, here is the front of the base. As you can see it, we have the metal spikes, the higher plant species X on the wall, and then when you come up here, it's hard to see him, but he's waving in there. That is a fully armored crop plot. Can't get to it, can't damage it, you can't take the fertilizer out of it, but he will wreck your day when you get close enough. But these are only good to a certain point. These are good for people and dinosaurs, but they're not necessarily very good for flyers. They're not good for taking out incoming projectiles, such as rockets, because we did have somebody decide to rocket our wall on the other side over here the other day, took out the whole behemoth gate, and took out part of the far wall. You'll notice that there's no longer a plant species X down there on the far end, because someone went ahead and destroyed it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, and I'm actually going to go ahead and upgrade some of our defense with auto turrets. We're going to put them in. So as you can see, I started with a wooden catwalk here. I'm going to use the wooden catwalk. I'm going to replace it with a metal one, and I'm actually going to replace this entire wall with metal, because I feel like this is the most vulnerable wall that I have. So what we're going to do is we're going to run some power lines, and what I want to talk about today is how to armor your power lines. So coming over here, you'll notice I put a generator right down on the ground here. I started by bringing a foundation out from the foundation I had right here. Then I put the generator down, and then I put another foundation on the other side of it. I did have to pull up the ramp so that I could get the other foundations in. So what I plan on doing is completely walling this in to make it completely secure. Maybe do a double wall. We'll see. I don't know. You'll have to stick around and check it out. But what I want to do here is I've run some power lines, and I've started to run them through the foundations. So what you do is when you run your power line, you can then go back and you can put a foundation. It does not consider it obstructed, but you have to destroy the entire foundation to get to the power line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the power all the way across so that I can have auto turrets on both sides, and it's going to be underneath the foundation. The only issue I'm going to have is you notice that this is not a perfectly level foundation here. It does drop down, so what I'm going to have to do is use some incline as well. And hopefully it doesn't go into the ground, which will be a super pain in the butt. But before we get to that, I want to show you this. I have put a cross beam here. Oh, starving to death. Let me go ahead and grab some food here. Bam. Alright. And I've put a vertical power line up because I want to put the power outlets, obviously, close to the auto turrets, because there's going to be an auto turret right here. I can actually go ahead and demolish this wall. There's going to be an auto turret here. There's going to be an auto turret here. And there's going to be 2 to 3 as well on the other side. Now, this power cord is just hanging out. He is out in the open, ready to be easily destroyed. What do these things even have for hit points? I think it's probably like a couple hundred, almost nothing. Let's see here. Stone foundation. Electrical cable. Stone ceiling. Come on. Show me what I want to see. Well, of course it doesn't want to show me the electrical cable, but I don't think it's very much. So, if you take, you can do this with stone, you can do it with wood, and you can do it with metal. I'm going to start with stone and actually switch it over to metal afterwards. So go ahead and take your pillar, and once you have laid your power cord, you can actually put your pillar right over it, just like you do your foundations. Now this works only when you put the power cord in first. You cannot do this the other way. So we'll go like this, and then let's go ahead and put a junction box. I think I can put a junction box here, and it will catch. Let me actually go ahead and take this cable down like that. Now it sticks out a little bit, but again it is partially protected by the pillar. So let's go ahead and I'll grab some gasoline for a generator. We'll put one out and we'll see how it works. Hold on. Alright guys, so here I am. I'm back. So you'll notice that I put down a couple metal ramps because I was there and I building some other stuff, so I built some metal ramps and threw those down as well. So what we have is we have put out our metal catwalk. Now we're switching over to metal because it's more resistant to, you know, rocket fire and all sorts of other stuff. So, hey, Manic joined. Cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, we're going to test this because we want to know if our, come on now, that's, you're not helping. There it goes. Okay. We want to know if the lower power box will supply our higher auto turret. So let's go ahead and throw this guy down here. We'll put him like right out on the edge like that. So it looks like it says it's unpowered, but that's okay because the generator's not on. So we'll turn the generator on, and it looks like the power cable goes right to it. Alright guys, welcome back. So, after some finagling, we figured out why that wasn't going to be powered. Well, that's mostly because I put the power line down wrong. So, I have fixed the power lines. We're completely powered, as you can see. There's a power line comes up right here, and then the power line comes out here as well. Yellow is powered. We are juiced and ready to go. So, as you can also see, let's go ahead and jump up here. Our auto turret is fully powered, and we should be able to turn it on here. Let me get a little bit closer. Turn on. Perfect. Just like that. Now let's see if we can't go ahead and, let's see here. We'll change range to high, target players only, target all targets, target players and tame creatures. 2-second warning. Yeah, we'll go for 2-second warning. And there we go. So it is all powered, ready to go, just like that. So part of what I had been doing after I did the armored crop plot videos was looking at how to armor the auto turrets. And honestly, there's no effective way to armor them while maintaining their range of fire. They require to be able to turn from side to side to be able to see targets. They can look up, so you don't want to block a high. So everything I've seen and all the research I did, it looks like you really just want to have a sturdy base for the auto turret to sit on. So metal walls, metal catwalks, metal pillars, and that's really going to be your best option when it comes to keeping these turrets from falling down. And as long as they have bullets in them, they'll put out some hurt. So you know, I looked around, but I didn't find anything that I thought was going to be a substantial increase to its defense while keeping its mobility and you know, its hitting power. All right, so now that we know that it's powered and then we know that this reaches, what we're going to do, is we need to armor our wires. So I went ahead, that's one wire up with the electric box. We're going to go ahead and put this pillar on here. And then we need to put the other pillar on, and I know that it was going to be a bit wonky because it wants to snap there. But we come over here a little bit, it'll snap right there, and it's completely hidden. Now I'll replace both of those pillars eventually with metal, but that's all it takes, just like that. They're completely armored. Everything is armored. We're going to go ahead and put a foundation right there so that I can wall in the Jenny, and it's nice and safe. We're going to go ahead and extend this back down so that it's easier to walk up. But just like that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to finish up the rest of this wall, running the power lines and hiding it all, and I'll come back and show you what it looks like. Alright guys, welcome back. So as promised, I went ahead, finished up what I had to do, made my wall secure, and I want to show you what I did. I'm pretty proud of it. Had a lot of work went into it. I've been doing this for probably 2 hours now. Huge props to Manic Guitar, my tribe mate, for helping out and hooking it up. So here it is. We have completely transformed our gate into this metal monstrosity. So first of all, metal behemoth gate, frame, and door. That's 3,000 metal ingots just for that. Ridiculous. Luckily, Manic, that guy is a huge help. He gathered all the resources ahead of time to help me out. So here we are. We went ahead and we changed all the foundations that matter to metal as well. And then we've got some additions. So let's go ahead. Last time we were here, we had the generator room. So we'll start there. We'll jump up over here and I'll show you the generator room. So this is it, brand new, all cased in metal, just like that. Generator right there, sitting on the ground, so that you can't knock a foundation out from underneath it. You'll notice the pin code. We'll come back to this. The pin code is going to be very helpful for our defense. All of the dinosaur gates have been switched to metal, and all the walls have been switched to metal as well. The ceilings above have been switched to metal. Everything is metal, safe and secure. Correction, almost everything. I've run out of metal ingots, and I need to go mine some more and smelt them down, and then I will turn these pillars defending these wires into metal as well, but for now they're still stone. They still have a good amount of security. So we come up here, first thing you'll see, we're regrowing our crop plots. Why? Because we had to destroy all our crop plots to replace these gateways. Why? Because it's ARK, and ARK says fuck you. That's basically it. Then you come over here and you see the first of our auto turrets hooked up, powered on, ready to go. Got some bullets in it. It is currently turned off, but it's ready to go. Crop plot all fertilized and seeded, ready to go. Come down here. There's another gun turret right here inside a little doorway. You gotta get pretty close to this one. Unfortunately, the doorway kind of blocks it, but you gotta get real close. It looks like I'm about to fall right off, but I'm still on. Come over here, final crop plot on this side of the behemoth gateway, and you can swing over here, boom. So the reason we have this little pillbox here is because it's ARK, and I was running the cord. Like I said, I ran the power lines right underneath this set of foundations all the way, and then the ground does weird things, and you can see the power cord had to go down. I actually need to put another foundation here. I'm glad I saw this. It goes inclined down into the ground, and it goes underground all the way across, right? But then I couldn't get it to level back out so I could put it back underneath the foundation. So I had to come up. So you'll see it comes up right there. Then there's a quad part, and then it goes back down. And then this part, of course, wasn't lined up with a pillar, so it's sandwiched in between two pillars behind a metal wall, behind a metal ceiling. So it's fairly well protected, but that is why we have this little pillbox here, to keep people from breaking that power line. And you come over here, you come up to the tri-ramp. Straight ahead, you've got another turret. Come over to the right, we've got another plant species X growing, and another turret as well. Come over here, woo, plant species X just flew by it, and another turret inside a door frame. come way over here, and there's one last turret on the side. Again, everything that is important has become metal, and I need to figure out a way. I was trying not to demolish this rock inside my base, but I think I'm going to have to take the rock out. It is a harvestable rock, but it will allow me to put foundations here and here to protect that power line. And again, the power lines do go right up inside this pillar for an added bit of protection. So that's pretty much the big base security that has increased this time. I do want to show you the pin code. If I go over here and do the pin code and like this, and it's been blurred out for security reasons, but you do the passcode and all of the auto turrets come on. I've never really used this. I've never actually set up a base that had auto turrets, so I was really impressed with the pin code and how it works and how it all just kind of seamlessly works, which is kind of rare. But it has, with one pin code, I can turn on all of these auto turrets, which allows me to protect this entire side of the base. Just pretty cool. It's on the outside of the wall. I don't know how vulnerable that makes it, but we will find out when somebody attacks me. Probably not a good spot for it. I probably should tuck it on the inside here with the Jenny, but hey, it is what it is. So that's all the time I have for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this little tutorial on how to secure your power lines when building base fortifications. I have found it pretty handy. It keeps me from having my power lines destroyed easily, and it keeps them out of sight, out of mind. People don't know the power lines are there; they're not going to go for them. So that's kind of the point of it. So hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you haven't. I'm SPC Red Irish, and until next time, I'll see you later.